a piano. How, what's the first thing I can do?
Well, I have a whole protocol, and it's very unusual, I will tell you. Like, when people come in to see me, of course we have a conversation, but then the first thing I do is I hang them upside down. Like, it's like you really have to shift your entire perspective, and this is what I use the yoga swing for. If you turn your body upside down 3 to 5 minutes every day, you're going to rebalance your chakras, your endocrine system, your brain function, your hormones. Like, you can't stay in the same version of reality and have a shift in your health. So it's really a change in perspective as well as reshifting every energy field in your body.
What if you just go like up on your shoulders?
If you did it with me, I promise you not only would it be fun, but it would be easy. But yeah, you can hang off the edge of your bed. You can sit upside down on your couch. I really don't care how you do it. Go to the monkey bars every day, go to a playground. But my swings and what I created with this program makes like the fastest and most effective shifts in your body. That's what I'm all about. And then after that, I get somebody on the table and work with the electromagnetic therapies to rebalance the field, because you have to clear out the energy body. I call it like flushing the toilet, right? You have to flush both your physical, mental, emotional, psychic, and spiritual bodies daily. And people are so clogged. They're so congested. And then I run cleansing programs. I work with amino acids, minerals, and enzymes to give people the nutritional support so they can have the conductivity in their body for it to function well. That's why I said it has to be like an entire toolbox for it to go well.
And what's the electromagnetic, I forgot what you called it. The
quantum field?
The what?
I just call it the quantum field. Which technology you want me to talk about?
The one that pad that people lie on. What's that?
So there's the biomat, which is very popular with the amethyst crystals, the negative ions, and the far infrared spectrum, so it heats. And then there's the beamer, which is a bioelectromagnetic energy regulation mat.
Okay, the beamer.
Okay.
Okay, now somebody put me on that, and I got the worst headache. I couldn't deal with it.
Right, and that's your body detoxing. So most people will get sick when they do these practices and be like, oh, it's not for me. I didn't feel good, which is completely understandable. So what's happening is it increases the circulation of your body, the microcirculation. So 8 minutes on the beamer is equivalent to a 3-mile run for the circulatory system, not for your weight. Unfortunately, they haven't sorted that out. But like 8 minutes of circulation in your body, that is unusual. You have to build up to. And the first time I did any of these technologies, I had a massive healing experience as well. So even if you're really healthy, there's still another level.
Do you feel dehydrated?
Well, every single human I ever met is also dehydrated. So that's the thing. Like we're water, we're conductivity. And if your cells are dry, then they can't exchange, they can't function. So what happens is they get congested and clogged, and they stop taking in nutrients and new oxygen, and they stop releasing old waste. So people are all like literally stuck, not only mentally and emotionally, but their bodies are literally stuck.
Whoa. So we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and I'm fully in. Like I love coming up with creative ways for people to feel better.
You work with people on Skype as well, or how do you?
I do. I can work on video. I can work by phone. I live in Northern California, the San Francisco Bay Area, so I like working in person. But I travel every month to a different city and to different countries to work with people all over the world.
You do?
I do.
I knew you were special when I saw you on that panel. And
oh, thank you.
Okay, so how can people get in touch with you?
Well, JenHealing.com is my main website, right? So it's spelled like my last name. It's Z as in zebra, E-N, and then Healy, and then N-G. No I. So there's no I in healing. It's a Y. That's what I say.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no I. It's a Y.
Wow, you really thought this out.
It just comes in, you're connected. It's really just a play, right? It's a play on words. It's just supposed to be playful and fun, so.
It's like when I have clients and they go, my cancer. I said, don't say it's my cancer. Don't own it.
Exactly.
Not your cancer. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and that's like a bigger story. You know, people neglect themselves for like 30 years and then they manifest this illness that, you know, the doctor's solutions are to poison them. And really what it's about is radical self-care. Like people will eventually just stop everything in their tracks and finally love themselves and take care of themselves and do all the things they were supposed to be doing for the last 30 years.
And yeah, well, the first true love is self-love, right?
Well, the love, so this is the thing about the beloved. Everybody's looking for the beloved, you know, and I do all these different empowerment coaching courses, and it really is to understand, like, beloved means to be loved. So we're looking outside of ourselves to be loved. And really, that beloved is within us, and we can't actually be loved until we love ourselves and be love. So we be love.
The narcissist who's ego-driven.
What do I say about that?
What do you say about that?
You know, it makes me really sad that people are so hung up on these words and labeling people. I just don't judge people anymore like that, because that person more than anybody needs to love themselves, like from a true place, and then they don't inflate, right?
I agree.
Yeah, it's like an inflamed nervous system that creates...
They're so insecure.
Well, yeah, it's like an inflammation in their body. It's an inflammation in their mind. And then when they're loved, it all soothes, it all calms down, it all comes back into balance. So we like to label people, and I just don't really like that anymore.
That's very nice of you.
Well, it's really the compassion that unifies us, right? Like compassion begins and ends with unification of our field.
How can you fix something if you don't know what the problem is, and if the problem is their insecurities, you want to try to help them heal and grow?
Well, yeah, and I find the best medicine is humor, which I know that you're really good at. You know, it's like humor just releases all the pressure, right?
I always say that, like, if somebody makes me laugh, I always want to be around them. Like my closest friends make me laugh.
That's right. We have to laugh at ourselves and others.
Yeah, it's so important. What's AYRX?
Oh, yeah. So the AirX is the newest program that I've created this year that I launched. So Aerial Yoga Play was the first module of the practices with the yoga swing. And now Aerial Yoga RX is the regenerative therapeutics and the application of the swing for specific healing needs, for healing the back, for healing the neck, for healing shoulder and hip injuries. All these popular spots that people come in to see me for. The AirX program, AYRX, Aerial Yoga RX, is the latest rendition of how I use the yoga swing to help people heal the body while having fun.
And what is it? No, what does it entail?
Oh, okay. Well, the yoga swing is a design that I created to help people to go further into back bends and inversions and easily...
Is it literally a swing?
It's literally a swing. Yeah, it's
okay.
literally a yoga swing. And so Aerial Yoga RX is really using the swing for the purpose of healing the spine. So if we create space in the body, if we create more openness and alignment, it will heal itself. It just naturally heals on its own.
That's amazing. So how do people buy the swing?
Well, they can purchase it from me. I make them locally in San Francisco. It literally is my design that I bring to a factory and have them make for me. I love working locally and supporting, you know, local artists and businesses. And so I don't have them shipped over from China or get them made in another country. I make them right here in San Francisco. And I will happily... I have over 1,300 videos online on YouTube and my website. So I will happily train them from afar or in person how to use the swing properly.
A picture of your swing?
I do. Let me grab it. Do you mind if I grab it? 1 second.
Go grab it. Okay, you guys. Jen Healy is going to get the swing that she helps people with.
So this is a picture. I don't know if you can see it. This is a picture of me in the swing. This is me doing like a simple lunge with the leg loops and the handholds and the swing. And then this is a picture of a studio that's actually in LA. I'm sorry, there's a huge glare because I actually put that light on. But yeah, the swings hang. I usually hang 8 to 10 swings in a studio and then teach them how to do different poses that will help heal the spine and open up the shoulders, open up the hips, work with the legs, the arms. You can basically do all of your exercises in one piece of equipment, as well as balance the chakras, work with the hormones, increase your immune system and your metabolism. Like it's for me, like going from it being an engineer and a physicist to eventually making a yoga swing was like, again, the most clever way to get people to play and to get into their body. And once we are embodied, then we can awaken to those higher levels of consciousness where we're happier, healthier, feel better. So
for those of you who are listening on KCOR or on YouTube or on UBN audio, it's literally a swing that she's got. And where can people see pictures of this? They can
there you go.
Like look on your phone and go to Google what?
Yeah, so aerialyogarx.com is my newest website, and I do have like a whole online training on this website. So AER.
Can you spell that?
Yes. AERIALYOGARX.com.
Okay, great.
Yeah. aerialyogarx.com. You can actually link through Zen Healyng, but you have to get through several pages to find the Aerial Yoga RX. So Aerial Yoga Play and Aerial Yoga RX I've been teaching for the last 10 years, and it's one of my play practices. It's like my baby. It's the thing that I enjoy doing the most.
Okay, but do you like have like a disclaimer that says don't do this at home unless you're guided and taught, right?
Well, I tell every person to live at their own risk, you know, and to really like choose for themselves how they want to spend their time and how they're going to use their body, and to be intelligent about it. But you can actually buy a swing, hang it at home, and watch my videos and get trained online. It's obviously better to train with me in person, but there is the alternative of training online for sure.
Where do you hang those? Like in a doorway or what?
A doorway is an option. Like if you live in a teeny tiny apartment and you can't find anywhere else to put it, a doorway is a possibility. Every ceiling has supportive beams every 16 inches. And like you can use 2 eye hooks that you can get from Home Depot, because it's not Cirque du Soleil, right? It's suspension training. So you're only about 3 feet off the ground, and always one limb is touching the ground. Either your feet or your hands are touching the ground. So you're incredibly safe. It's not circus arts. So this is something that people can do. It is different, you know, like aerial yoga, which is not my creation. Aerial Yoga Play and Aerial Yoga RX are my creations, but aerial yoga has gotten popular over the last 5 years. And it really just is a coincidence that I created this program about 10 years ago and called it Aerial Yoga Play way before aerial yoga was a thing. But again, like things...
You're so guided.
Yeah, well, things get popular because I get visions, you know, I'm sure you do too. Like I see what's coming. I see what's going to be next. That's why I started the Healing Technologies company 20 years ago and left nanotechnology and microfabrication when it was booming, because I knew it like Steve Jobs is the perfect example that it doesn't matter how much money you have. If we use technology for healing, then we all become better humans. If we just use it to have faster communication and like, you know, more text messages, then we're actually not improving our sense of well-being. So I'm completely guided to use technology to improve our health and well-being.
Wow, you are fascinating. You're so ahead of your times. Probably always have been ahead of your times.
Yeah, if time existed, I would probably be ahead of it.
Do you ever speak in front of groups, or how could... Well, is it all on your website?
Well, you can contact me through Zen Healyng. Honestly, Ashar, I've been waiting for the right time to be more public about my work. And just this year, since 2017, I made a commitment to do more speaking engagements and more presentations. And honestly, it just came flooding in. It's like the 10th interview I've had in the last 6 months without even trying. And I think it's fascinating how I chose to be very private and very small for 20 years because people weren't ready for this level of information or awakening. And now it's everywhere. I'm so happy. You know, when things get popular, I think it's great. You know, it's like for me, it's like when we're ready, then the teacher comes, the information comes.
Well, you've been infiltrating it and you've learned so much. So now you really are a master teacher about it, which is amazing.
Right. But yeah, and still not too many people know me. I'm kind of popular in certain arenas, but this is a real honor and pleasure to meet you and be invited to do an interview. Really, I'm so blessed to have this opportunity.
Pleasure, and I hope you'll come back on again.
Anytime. I mean, we could talk about 100 subjects.
I truly would love to have you back on. So anybody who wants to get you can go to www.zenhealyng.com.
Yeah.
And I want to come.
Well, let's get together.
I want to do this. Sounds like amazing. Thank you so